Hey everybody, today we're going to be looking at components, kind of what they do and how they work. The first thing you should know about components is there is a total of 10 different components. You have armor buff, weapon buff, critical buff, dexterity buff, high rate fire, damage increase, damage decrease, critical damage, INV, and hit. They all have their own personal attributes that they contribute to increasing or decreasing in the case of some of them. And they can all be acquired in many, many different ways. This is the craft center. This is a building which can be located with a little gear above it. Right here. This building is primarily used for crafting components. You have 3 different little tabs near the top. You have a gear with a wrench, which is the things that you're able to craft. You have this potion, which is a mechanical master perk. And then you have the nuts and bolts, which kind of show you all the different ones that are able to be crafted. These ones are not always able to be crafted, but it kind of shows you the parts that are needed down here near the bottom to craft each. So right now we are going to craft all the components. So you can craft them one at a time, hitting the craft button, or you can batch craft them, and you can craft as many as you want at one time. I always do batch craft because I want the same things of everything. With the craft center, I always choose the high fire rate because currently with the game's meta, your fire rate, which is your attack speed, is the most important thing, and we are trying to get that up to max level as fast as possible. After that, you go into your item backpack and you can open all your different component chests. So far that I've seen, component chests come in levels 1, 3, and 5. 1, 2, 3, and 5. They do not have a 4 for some reason, but as you open them, you'll see it'll show you the quantity that you obtain, and then the level of which that is currently at. And we'll quickly open all of these. So over on the far right column, far right tab, you have your entire component library. These are all the components that you currently have in your inventory. Any of them that have a little red dot mean that they were recently obtained since the last time you looked in here. As you can see down in the level 1s, you'll see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 components. Since I opened those level 1 component chests, I have all the level 1s. To get higher level components, if you don't have the chest, you can actually merge your components. For every 3 components, it creates a 1 level higher component. So in this case, I have 18 level 1s. So if I choose to merge one of them, it will actually make a level 2. So you'll see I have 2 level 2s right there. So if I do it again, I had merged all there. It actually created the rest of them. So we'll do it with this damage increase one. So we have 5 level 2s right now. So if I hit merge and I only choose 1 this time, it goes up to 6. And then for every time I do it, it gives me another one. Being that we almost always want to try to get our highest level components, I usually just hit merge all. And what that does is that combines all your components to get to the highest level possible. So next, you want to apply these components into your army compositions. So you can click on any of the components and hit use down at the bottom. In here, you will see the 3 different army types. You have army on top, you have ships and navy in the middle, and you have air force and planes on the bottom. I focus primarily on army, and if you're not a big spender, I would highly suggest focusing on just one category and not try to stretch yourself out through the others. I basically have Navy and Air Force slotted in right now because I don't need those components at the current minute, but once I need them, I will use them to upgrade my Army ones. So what you will do is you can click on replace, say you wanted to change it, and you would go find the one you wanted. Say we wanted to put hit, so increasing our chance of hitting the opponent by 35%. You would hit change, and what that will do is that will change that out and to be the component that you want. If you're coming into here at the first time and you're brand new to the game, or you just haven't set this up before, you'll actually just see a plus, and once you hit on that plus, it will let you select whatever component you want. So I will put in my damage increase on this. Down here in the right corner, you will see a mastery button, and you will see these in the upper right hand corner of each separate military branch, or I should say army branch. And with those, it's kind of a more advanced version of components. So in mastery, you're actually able to come in here and select components to basically donate to give you higher stats. And what that means is you'll see we have 3 different areas we can improve. With those, what we're able to do is we're able to take our components and we're able to basically donate it to the cause. With these components, you'll see some of these, like this one right here, has a ×2. What that means is that one's worth double what it normally is when you're donating it to that one slot. Now, if you'll see that was level 5 attack buff. If I go to another slot, level 5 attack buff does not have that ×2. So each slot has its own personalized things that get ×2. So as you do this, you want to take extra caution to try to only use the ×2 to upgrade each individual slot. One thing you also want to take note of, if I come to this slot, and you'll see in the middle here, you'll see 0 out of 65. So now as you watch that, you'll see as I donate things, that number goes up. And I can click 1, 2, and right now I'm only 2 points away. But if I click on this, I'm almost 900 some points over. So you don't want to go over by much. Those points do not carry over at the next level. They only carry over at the current level. So what that means is right now I'd be wasting almost 800 points. And those points are lost. They don't move on to your next upgrade. So it resets at 0 every time. Once you've completed each of these 3 slots, what you are actually able to do is you would come to, hold on, let me go back here. You are actually able to come into this advanced detail screen. And that's right here near the top, right next to this one. And what that is able to do is that gives you your next mastery level where you're able to start over at 0 again. You have to complete all 3 slots to be able to upgrade this. These books can only currently be bought in the Legion store, and they are down at the bottom for 200 Legion points. And once you upgrade that, then these will reset at 0. I just recently reset mine, so mine are all at 0 and level 3. At a later date, we'll go into which components are the best for each branch, because it's not always true. But what I will tell you right now is you want to get your fire rate up as fast as possible, because that is the most important component currently in the game. Now we'll go into these other buttons here, which actually allow you to set different setups. What these allow is, say you're focusing on World Boss or Expedition or something, and you know that your opponent might not be attacking you back. Things like damage decrease won't do you any good there because your opponent's not attacking back. So what you're able to do is you're able to add things like critical damage or something where it will help you attack more knowing that you're not being attacked back. I don't use those a lot because I tend to forget to reset them, so I don't set them up. But I know a lot of people do use those, and it definitely benefits them and helps them reach higher rankings and higher point totals when they're attempting to do those things. I think with that, we are going to call the components a wrap, and please don't forget to like and subscribe, and have a good day.